Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Unboxed. So, before we start off, I'd actually like to thank all of you, all 700 and something odd subscribers, above 750 subscribers, that have still stuck with us over the past few weeks and stuff. I know there hasn't really been a lot of content other than the podcast light episodes, but we'll be rectifying that within the next few weeks, and actually post longer ones too. Well, we'll get to that later once we come to it. But I wanted to let you guys know that we're going to be resuming the Unboxed video starting today, actually. The thing is, it's not going to be as daily or as weekly as normal. So, and there are certain things that really don't need unboxing. So what I'm going to be doing is, for some of my personal pickup videos, they'll be part of the Librarian's Desk series, which will, again, is a lot more personal. So, like, let's say pickups that I did this week, they're not going to be an unbox. Although, certain things like collector's editions and stuff, sure, we'll unbox those too. Because, I mean, you know, not everything needs to be unboxed, right? So today, and I'm going to be prefacing this by saying, for this particular unboxing, I'm only going to basically tell you guys, like, some basic information about this game. And this game is actually Blaz Blue for the Xbox 360. And now, one thing that I really, led me to want to buy this game is I haven't really played any of Arc System Works' other titles. I know that they released Sengoku Basara X, which is kind of like almost a Guilty Gear-ish fighting game that was released in Japan, but we never got here. So this is kind of like the first Arc System Works game that I bought that doesn't have the words Guilty and Gear on it, thankfully. So this is Blaz Blue, again, Calamity trigger, and I'll preface this by saying if you want a more in-depth look at Blaz Blue, I'm almost 100% sure, and this is with no coordination, I'm almost 100% sure that Ted is going to post a Roundhouse Roundup about this game within the next few days, even tonight, even probably before this video even comes up. So, but today I'm going to be focusing on giving you guys some background information about this, so that, you can have an informed purchase. So, anyways, let's go open this up. Alright, so let's open this sucker up. So, to do that, we're actually going to open it using a penny, okay? So, Blaz Blue, well, Arc System Works is an interesting company because the first time I personally heard of the company was, again, when Guilty Gear came out on the Dreamcast in Japan. And, of course, like, my friends were like, there's no way that's going to reach the United States and stuff. And, of course, it did later on after I imported the game. So, funny how that works, right? So, of course, there's the front before you open it up fully. And then there's the back. It says here, this is the limited edition version. I think all the first print games are going to be limited edition. So, if you haven't yet pre-order it like tonight, or even order it tonight, because I'm pretty sure what they're doing is they're just kind of fulfilling last-minute orders and stuff. Even on Amazon, we have a store, gamesandme/store. I think Amazon still has it, but don't take my word for it. Check it out first. Try not to ruin the box. Very, very difficult to do that. It's very kind of tight in there. Of course, I'm using the freaking penny to get it out. There's quite a bit of content in here, so what you're going to be seeing now is actually 2 different DVDs worth of content. Here's the actual game itself. That is going to be the regular box of where the game is going to be coming in. This is the back of it, and it says here's like the selling points. It says, like, drive your way to victory. Use the character's special drive attacks to decimate your opponents. I'll have Ted explain that. One thing that I was really curious about, it has a 6-player lobby. It actually says that on there. And that's something that I kind of wish Street Fighter 4 would have. Talking between battles and stuff while you beat the shit out of each other and all that. But we'll see how it works. Ted will fill you in on it. 12 unique characters. And what's cool about this bonus disc that it has here, it's actually really crazy. And let me read some stuff out of the box. This limited edition has a 2-disc original soundtrack that contains 42 tracks by the composer, from Guilty Gear, Daisuke Ishiwatari. And there's, like, remixes by DJ Ono and stuff. And it says it even has a bonus DVD that contains basic tutorials, expert advice, and character-specific strategies. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ted, if you're watching this. I think those are from also shoryuken.com, I think. I'm not quite sure. Don't take my word for it. Take Ted's word for it. So, it's the bonus disc has this very beautiful art like that's emblazoned on it. IGN has something on there. Maybe I am wrong about it. So let's start opening up the disc here, the DVD and stuff. So now, one of the things that I really like about the Guilty Gear series is just like when I first played Guilty Gear 1 on, or rather Guilty Gear, Double X. I think that's the Dreamcast one. And I'm sorry, I was lying. I actually played Guilty Gear 1 on the PlayStation. I remember actually having it. The color palette is very interesting. Like if you remember, Kai from Guilty Gear actually had kind of like almost a predominant whitish, bluish sort of palette. And of course, he's kind of like considered a Ken character of the series, although that's not really, entirely accurate. And of course, Soul Bad Guy is like the more predominant red one. Oh, what's going on here? Where's the inner flap? But as you can see here, it looks like they're doing the whole like stackaroo here, where you see this limited edition bonus disc here, which is essentially the DVD that has all the tutorials, and of course the 2-disc soundtrack that it has, and it's very, very flimsy when it comes to that sort of stuff. Fortunately, these are pretty clean. These discs are pretty clean, so I'm going to not do that. There's the art for that disc. Unfortunately, I'll have to put them back the worst way possible. Thank you, whoever published this, Axis Games, for providing us with an almost non-safe cover. But it's still clean, so disaster averted. So let's open up the Xbox 360 game. Again, the limited edition is actually available for both the PS3 and the 360. So the reason why I usually get these games on the Xbox 360 is mainly because I have a lot of friends that actually play on it. It's not necessarily, preferable to me, like, between the two. Unfortunately, like, I like talking while I'm playing my games and stuff, so, it's just natural to kind of pick the 360, because, until, of course, Sony has their in-game chat, across all their games available and whatnot. So I can tell you now that it looks like the art is going to be really, really beautiful. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Most of these games really do have beautiful art, but it depends on your preference, basically. So here's the front cover. Lots of characters, but it's only 12. And then here's the back. And again, Arc System Works developed this, and yeah, they did make Sengoku Basara X, but I'm not really quite sure as to, whether or not we'll see it here. I don't think so, but again, Ted is a lot more knowledgeable when it comes to fighting game stuff. And I'm pretty sure he'll give you a good in-depth, informative about the fighting system. So, and looky here, so there's the actual Xbox 360 game right here. There's some sort of henna tattoo type thing on there on the disc, which is great. And on the back, it's actually a plug for Battle Fantasia. I have the Japanese version of that game, and it's in full color, which is awesome, always good. And I think that pretty much does it. I mean, it looks like a really fun game. I know Ted's gonna kick my ass, and of course everybody else's ass when he plays it, but it's okay. It looks like a really cool game. Definitely, it's being called by the company as the spiritual successor to Guilty Gear. So by all means, if you have the opportunity to get this game, at $60, this limited edition is only gonna run in like the first print. That's for the PS3 version and the Xbox 360 version. So alright guys, well that about does it for this episode of Unboxed, so be sure to check us out next time. Personally, I don't think there's going to be any collector's editions coming within the next few months, so you can expect some of my recent pickups to actually show up in the librarian's desk. So until then, we'll see you later.